Let's build some strength with this flow, focusing particularly on hip stability and strength and core. Just roll the shoulders, loosen up a little bit, and take 3 big, wide, slow breaths to center us, just to gather in the intention, building strength, getting ready for winter. We're going to begin building some heat, dipping down into some wide squats, turning 90 until we've reached a full 360, and then we turn to go the other way. Make sure that you really power up from the glutes and the thighs, thrusting the hips forward and up. So we're really getting into the heat and strength building in the lower body. Keep your core braced, that is important. Keep it going. 20 more seconds, smooth and easy. Take a big inhale. A centering breath. Just letting the heart rate be felt as we start to heat up the body. We're going to continue with this sort of cardio element as we warm up the lower body, lunging back and kicking forward. This can challenge the balance, so just keep your focus looking ahead as you kick, maybe looking to the ground as you lunge back. Trying to keep the weight in the front leg so that we really feel the glutes and the thighs powering us up as we rise and stabilizing us as we kick. Keep the standing leg bent on the kick. Changing it up, starting to reach back with the other leg. Reach back far enough to keep the front knee over the ankle, or thereabouts. And power up using that front leg. As always, keeping the core strong and braced. This is what stabilizes us. Try and keep the pelvis nice and neutral. How are you breathing? Breathe out as you kick. Feel the power. Keep going, just coming towards the end now. And take a big centering breath again. Ground through the feet, reach through the arms and draw the heavens down, bringing that intention inwards, getting ready for winter. Reaching back to a curtsy lunge, so slightly behind you on the diagonal. Again, reach back far enough so the front knee is over the ankle. Find stability. I'm adding a reach in with my arms. You can do that if you like or not. Work on stability, keeping the core nice and braced, waist is long, and kick out to the side. As you kick out to the side, keep the standing leg a little bit bent, protecting the knee. Work with your breath, smooth and easy. Find your own pace. It's great to challenge our balance, to know where we are, where our hips are in space as we move around. A little bit of active mobility here. Steady breath. No hurry. Changing sides, reaching back. Curtsy lunge. And kick out to the side. Our body adapts as we take on these challenges. Falling is good too. We learn from that. The muscles get a little muscle memory. How do we recover? How do we stabilise? The idea is you'll repeat these flows through the coming weeks, and you'll build more muscle memory, more muscle strength, more stability, more agility. At least that you should notice the difference as we go. Not long, a few more left. Keep going or take a break whenever you need to, and then come back to center your breath. You should really feel the heart rate rising now, heat in the body. And just seal that intention with breath, getting ready for winter. Now move to the front of your mat for some winter salutations. Inhale as you rise up. Exhale, fold from the hips, nose towards knees. Inhale, reach through a long spine and step back into plank. Really brace your plank. Engage the front body and then lower down to ground. Locust, float the shoulders, float the legs and then ground. Ground legs and rise into cobra. Reach back into a child's pose and I stretch for the back. And then rock up onto your all fours, cat and cow. When you're ready, send yourself back into a downward dog. Just stretch through strong arms. Hips are reaching high. Maybe you're pedaling the feet, really feeling the ankles mobilize, getting a little stretch through the calves. And then we're going to donkey kick. Look between your fingertips and bounce. Hips over wrists. Keep looking ahead. You won't go over. Float to the front of your mat. Forward fold, exhaling. Inhale as you rise. And exhale down the center line. Again, inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold from the hips. Inhale, look ahead, straight legs, flat back, and maybe jump or just step back to plank, lowering down. Cobra, floating like a skydiver, strong legs. And then press through the arms, cobra, rising. Exhale as you press back, child's pose, and then rock up, cat and cow. Really feel the spine move. Reach your hips high, press through strong straight arms and find the length through your spine. You can bend your knees as much as you need to, working this stretch through the whole back body. Downward facing dog. Preparing to work forward for some donkey kicks. Look between your fingers. Keep your knees bent, send hips over wrists, and then bounce forward, looking ahead. Exhale, fold. Find length. Inhale as you rise. Hands to heart center. Good. Inhale, rising. Last one. Exhale, fold, tip from the hips, nose to knee. Inhale, extend your head forward, and exhale. Jump or step back to plank. Lower down, using your knees if you need to. Floating up in locust pose, engage the back body, and then cobra rising. Stretch the front body. Exhale, pull back, child's pose, and then rock to cat and cow pose. Downward facing dog. Maybe reaching the hands a little bit closer to the feet for a shorter stance and really feel the back of the body stretching. Or stay in your regular downward facing dog. Look ahead and prepare for donkey kicks. A little bit of cardio here in your salutations. Keep your arms strong and straight, building strength through your shoulders. Look forward, work ahead, and exhale, fold in. Inhale, rising. Exhale to the heart center. Good. Just stabilize yourself at the front of the mat. We're going to start to move into a little balance and stability. Sink down into a chair, squeezing the thighs together, or keep your feet hips width apart. From here, we're going to take our right leg out to the side. Maybe your hands are on your hips. and extend the legs. We come out like a frog's leg on either side, still sitting in our chair. So our pelvis is level and our core is braced. And we're feeling this working through the glutes. This time we lift, maybe keeping the leg bent or straighten if you can. And then we're going to reach back into a gentle lunge. Reach back as far as you can, keeping the body tipping forward a little. Scoot back in, chair pose. Same on the other side. Lift into frog, extend, bend, and then recenter as you reach back and glide it in. Okay, we have the movements. Now we're going to go super slow. Slow is strong. Keep it as slow as you can. Steady the breath. Make the breath what you're focusing on. Keep sitting into your standing leg. We're building a little bit of proprioception here. Where are our hips in space? Reach back. Glide through using your core to stabilize. Scoop in. Good. Reach the arms up into a chair pose. And exhale, come back down. Super slow-mo on the other side. Reaching the left knee out into frog. Perhaps extend or keep it bent. You choose. Keeping the pelvis nice and stable. Using your core. Scoop back, super slow. Slow it down. Reach your head, shoulders forward as you reach your heel back. And then start to glide inwards. Drawing the knee in, super slow-mo. Bravo. Inhale, reach up, release the legs. Exhale down the center line. Staying with the same vibe, bring the right knee up and open out into gate pose, a nice frog's leg. This time the standing leg is straight. Resist the knee into the back of the hand, so you really have the outer hip and inner hip engaged. Start to tip forward as much as is available to you. Keep the standing leg a little bit bent. Then start to reach right hip back, starting to tip the right hip forward as we come into a modified dancer's pose. Flex the foot, bend the knee, press the heel up and the elbows up, skydive. Try and stay as stable as you can. You can have something in front of you, a wall or a chair to stabilize here. While we practice the moves. Reverse it back, come through gate pose, and then bring the knee up in front and tip the right ankle over the left thigh and sit down into a standing pigeon. Take a few breaths here to really feel right knee moving out, sinking down into your left thigh. So an active stretch there. And then find the ground. Inhale, reach up, a nice satisfying grounding breath. Okay, now you know what to do. Doing the same on the other side. Left knee comes up. Find stability through your standing leg. Maybe your hands are on your hips. Open the left knee out to the side, gate pose, flexing like a frog's leg. Resist into your arms so you engage outer and inner hip. When you feel that engagement, tip forward, keeping the core super strong. Reach to the top of the head as you send your left foot back, maybe lifting, pressing up through the heel, squeezing the shoulder blades, coming into a modified dancer's pose. Nice and strong, really active hips, reversing it back, opening the hip to the side, rising and drawing the thigh up in front of you, bringing your left ankle to thigh and sinking down, bringing yourself forward from the hips. So the spine is still long and strong and the pelvis is always neutral. So that's a challenge in this. The pelvis remains neutral. Come back to standing, a nice cleansing breath. Inhale to reach up and exhale down the center line. Good. Inhale, reaching up, fold. When you're ready, drawing nose to knee. Inhale to reach forward and work yourself back into a plank, strong plank, lower down. So we're going to do a little bit of active work for the core. Squeeze the elbows, shoulder blades, lift the heels. Nice, strong, straight legs. Press through the big toe mounds. And we're taking 3 pulses up in locust pose and then pressing up into forearm plank. Maybe in forearm plank, you're staying here for 3 full breaths, or maybe you're shifting forward and back. Then we're going to slide the right forearm across the mat and reach up into forearm side plank. 3 pulses up, and then work yourself back to plank. Move from the rib cage. The thoracic initiates these movements to side plank, keeping the pelvis nice and level. Never compromise the lower back. The feet are nice and wide in our side plank. keeping a nice base of foundation. Drop back down onto your belly. Again, repeat. Locust, 3 pulses. Squeezing and keeping the core really strong. So if you ever lose the brace through the core, just come back down. Take a break. Don't compromise the stability of your spine. Side plank. 3 pulses. Lower down, forearm plank. Shifty if you would like, or stay stable and strong. Forearm plank, 3 pulses, feeling the waist working, the core working, and then lower all the way down. Come to a break, come to a relax, and let everything go with breath.